everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Is that better? Yeah, I think that's better. So about a week ago, I posted on my Twitter this eye look that I did, and I got a lot of requests from girls asking to show how I did the eye look. But I figured I'm gonna do a natural makeup look at first, and then later on in later videos we can build on that. So since it's summer and it's so hot outside and I have super oily skin, well, not really skin completely, just a T-zone, no foundation is gonna stay on me. So I have a couple tricks and tips on how to make it last almost all day. And I'll show you that. And then also while I do my makeup, do like a life update and things like that. Hope you enjoy, like, subscribe, comment, and let's go. Actually, everything that I'm going to be using today is going to be down in the description box with links if I can find them. And yeah, let's go. So first things first, I just noticed my eye bags. Actually, they're not really bags, they're just like these blue things. Eye bags? I don't know. But I've never noticed that, so don't know what to do with them. I'm thinking it's the lack of water that I haven't been drinking at all. I'm just not in the mood for any water, or actually I'm lying. We keep on buying diet drinks. Like right now I'm drinking a diet lemonade. It's so good, but I should probably stop and have some water. That's how life's going. Actually, let's start. And I'm breaking out a bit. That's because I've been having dairy, and I can't have dairy because I break out. Anyways, clips to get rid of this hair because I don't want to mess it up. I'm sorry if the lighting is weird because I'm sitting in front of a window, and if the sun goes down, yeah, the lighting changes. Anyways, let's get rid of the hair. I have these clips, Makeup by Mario. They had like thing at Sephora where you buy like $100 worth of Makeup by Mario and you get a present, right? And this was the present for me. Let's clip that. Clip that away. Move the rest away. I don't know how smart it was to wear a white top while I'm doing this, but too late, I'm doing this. First things first, if I'm gonna go outside, which I'm not gonna go today, I'm just showing you my makeup. First thing I would do is use a SPF. This is SPF 50. I got this on some Korean skincare makeup website. So the thing with SPFs, they break me out like crazy. I've tried so many of them, and every single one has broken me out with like tiny whiteheads. This one has been treating me okay so far. I've noticed a couple breakouts after this, but it's not so much, like one here and there. So I've been using this. So I usually apply it under my makeup. Since there's a lot of controversy with SPFs these days, I'm not gonna recommend this because I have no idea if this is good or not. I just personally use it. I like it so far, so there we go. My SPF is on. As you can see, I'm a little bit shiny, that's okay. Next thing I'm gonna do is go in with primer. This is the one that I use. It's Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. I've heard a lot of good reviews on this, so I got the bottle. I like it so far, no complaints. My makeup stays on. I don't know if it's because of this or if it's the other tricks that I use, but like it doesn't break me out, definitely. So recommend. What I usually do is put a little bit on my finger. Not much, just a little bit. spread it around my fingers, and then go in mostly around my T-zone where I want my makeup to stay on longer. And then the excess, I just spread around my huge cheeks. That's what he said anyways. Tap it in around my nose and my mouth. And let that sink in. Now that's all nice, and my skin, it's still like tacky, but that's okay. First trick to make your makeup stay on all day long when you have an oily skin. Setting spray. This is my favorite. I've used a lot of different setting sprays, and I keep on going back to the regular all-nighter. Basic. Hi. Basic, loved by everyone. No complaints here. My favorite thing. Usually I get around the holidays because it's on sale, 2 for price of 1. And yeah. So what you want to do is just spray your face and just let it dry before you put on your foundation. That's the first trick. Another trick I know girls use is take a setting powder and they powder their face before foundation actually. But when I do that, I break out. So I'm not gonna do that. I think it clogs my pores and I just break out, so none of that for me. If you have like a fan or something, that would be helpful. I just don't have one, so I just have to sit here and wait for it to dry. Now that it's almost all dry, it's still a little bit wet over here, but that's okay. We're gonna go in with the foundation. So, my favorite foundation for summer, it's one of my favorites. I have 2 favorites. Two. First one, Kat Von D Lock It. It's an Aldi, not like the store. It's an oldie. The oldie lovely foundation that everybody knows about. A lot of people have used this before, and I love it because it stays on, it locks it in. So this is Lock It. I'm light, number 44, cool. This bottle lasts me a long time. Yeah, and then I just do a wet beauty sponge. Put it on my hand. And the trick is, less is more. So when you put on a lot of foundation and it like cakes over your face, that's definitely not gonna last all day. What you wanna do is thin layer just to cover your imperfections, and that's it. Thin layer all over the face. So, thin. Super thin layer, super thin. Next thing I'm gonna do is cover up those eye bags that I've never noticed before, and some redness around my nose. And some of these, just give it a little bit more coverage. What I use is everybody's probably favorite concealer, Tarte Shape Tape. It's a super old bottle, as you can see. I love this concealer, but just the fact that this happens, oh God, I hate it. And then if you put it in like your travel makeup bag, it gets all over the bag and all over like all of your other stuff. But it's so good that I keep on buying it, like not gonna stop. So, a little bit of concealer too. Let's go in a little bit over here. And you wanna do one side at a time. so it doesn't sit there for a long time, so you can easily buff it out. Because if you put it all over your face and once you're done with this side and you go over on this side, it kind of dried, and you don't want to do that. At least I don't want to do that. A little bit, a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. Covered that up, you can still see it, but that's okay. I don't mind it. Next side. Just a little bit around the nose and over here. And I can still see this. Lightly tap. I look pretty covered, right? Still a little bit of shine through, perfect. I like it. That's the concealer and foundation routine. Next thing you want to do is set the under eye so it doesn't move. I use this for under eye only. I use this Makeup Forever powder. It's supposed to be Ultra HD. Micro finishing loose powder, and it's supposed to like whiten it out a bit, like the under eye area, and that's what we want to do under the eyes. Looks like this. Then I just tap my beauty blender into it, grab some, and then go right under my eye and set it. Oh god, you don't want to breathe this stuff in. Yeah. Oh. Can you spot the difference? I can't, but whatever. Set the under eye. Set it. And I set my nose with it too. Just under eye and nose. Just like that. And then before we set the whole face, because liquids first and then powders. Liquids first and then powders. One last thing that I have of liquid is contour. But this is what it looks like. As you can see, I only use this shade and this shade. I usually mix them together. And it's perfect contour. And I got these super cool brushes on Amazon. It's Echo Tools. It comes in pack of 3, big one, this is a medium one, and a tiny small one. And these are perfect for buffing the contour out. Love these. I love. And they're cheap on Amazon. Link them below. What we're gonna do is do contour. Contour those cheekbones. Just grab a little bit on the brush. Just tap it in just a little bit. You don't want to do a lot. This is where we want to put it. You want to bring your face up, not down. You don't want to drag it down. You want to bring it up. Lift that thing up, right? See how easy it is with this brush? and you want to bring it into your hairline. It's a little bit too much on this side, but that's okay, we can fix it. Perfect, right? At least on that side. If that happens, just grab your beauty blender and blend that in. You still have Access foundation on it, so perfect, right? Did I just give myself a chip right there? Next thing. This area. Just blend, blend, blend. When in doubt, blend it out. You don't want to leave any streaks. Just blend, blend, and blend. Better, right? Usually I would contour my forehead and stuff like that, but I would just take the excess, what's left on this brush, I don't even know what's left on there, and just do a little bit of my forehead. Just the tiniest bit. Now, if you want to be really snatched, you would want to do your nose, but I like my nose. Don't have a problem with it, so I'm just going to do a little bit of it. Next part of this contour shenanigans is I'm going to grab a bronzer. I have this Beat Up Morphe bronzer that I've been using for a while. This is color Mastermind. Face and body bronzer. This is how it's looking. And then I'm just gonna grab this kind of brush, also Morphe. A mall nearby has a Morphe store in it, so I usually go in there. This is R2, brush R2. It's like a little bit of like tapered brush, I believe. I don't know how to say it, but so I'm just gonna grab a bit, tap the axis off. You don't want to overdo it. And go in lightly over the contour. And just bring it up, up. You want to bring the face up. Great, right? I love it. Now, same thing from the bottom. Perfect. Next, what are we gonna do next? Tiniest bit. And over this 5 head. Perfect, now we're all bronzed. And the nose. So what I usually do is grab a little bit, tap the excess off, and grab the brush and just go. Over the nose. Perfect, right? I know I am. This is how we're looking now. Now that we set the liquid contour with this powder, it's set for good. What we want to do is set like the rest of this, the areas in between. We set the eyes, we set the contour. Now this chin, around my mouth, this in between, let's just set it a little bit. I have Laura Mercier translucent powder. Everybody knows, everybody loves. Grab a little bit on my trusted blender, beauty blender. Actually, I don't know if this is the beauty blender. Beauty sponge, let's just say that. And set this a little bit. Done. Now that we're all set, I usually just focus on my brows. I'm not the best at brows, honestly. Let's be honest here, they're a mess most of the time. So I used to use Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, right? But I ran out. And I grabbed something really quick from CVS. This is Brow Stylist Definer from L'Oreal. And honestly, I see no difference. So I'm guessing this is a complete dupe that's half the price. What I do is brush these brows up. And listen, they don't have to be perfect. I don't like those perfect. I used to like those, like perfect carved out brows. I don't do that anymore. No, not in 2021. We like natural brows these days. Let's brush them up. And I go on a line on the bottom. A line on the bottom to fill them in. See, like that. A line on the bottom to fill them in, right? And what I do is brush that line out. And there you go. Perfect brow. At least in my book, it's perfect. Same thing on the other side. A line on the bottom and towards the end, just fill it in a bit. Brush it out. We don't want to leave that harsh line down there. Natural. I see. It's not really even right here. Right here. Perfect. They're not like, they're cousins. They're not twin sisters. They're distant cousins. That's what they are. And that's okay. Let's set them with 24-hour brow something. Brow setter from Benefit. It's clear. I like it. It sets it. Except I can't open it. This is gonna be a long video. Let's just set it. Set. Brush them up. Brush them up. Set them. Perfect. Now, last couple things. We want to pull that face up, correct? So, another trick. Grab your bronzer or grab any eyeshadow that's like brown, more towards this color that you use on your cheek, so it matches. Grab a buffing blending brush. This one is just cheap Amazon one. I don't even know if I can find it, but I'll try my best. I usually grab just some of my bronzer, tap the axis off, and what you want to do is just give yourself a little bit of a shadow here with that bronzer. It's going to be super light. You don't have to go crazy. Just a little bit, and pull it towards your brow like this. Towards and over your brow. You can also do it on the step with liquid contour, and just use a little bit of liquid contour. But for everyday, super quick something, I don't have time for that. Just give yourself that shadow there. I don't know if you can spot the difference, but I honestly see it. And let's do the same thing on the other side. Pull it towards your brow. Like this. Pull it towards your brow. Perfect. What you can do is also smoke out your lower lash line with the same bronzer to have that complete bronzed look. There we go. And the access underneath the lip, it's going to make the lower lip a little bit fuller. And let me just get rid of foundation. Just like that. Couple last steps is blush. I've started using this Kylie Cosmetics blush that I got on sale in Ulta. This is We're Going Shopping, Get In Loser. And I use this brush from Morphe. It's E65. Grab some, tap the axis off. And what you want to do is not put it right here on the apple of your cheek, but you want to bring it up all the way over here. That's what I've been doing lately, and I love it. I love it. Let's do that. If it looks a little bit too much, that's okay, because after wearing it a couple of hours, this whole thing like tames down, comes down. Some of these things rub off and they lose their color. So by the end of the day, this like blush is so much lighter. But if you feel like it is too much, you can always just grab again your beauty blender and just blend it out. When in doubt, you know what to do. Blend it out. Blend it out, blend it out. And access on the tip of my nose. Let me zoom you in a bit. Look at that definition right there. Hi. Anyways, last couple of things. My lips. I hate wearing lipsticks. Any sort of lipsticks, like, get away from me. No, that's not happening. So what I usually do is put a little bit of lip liner on there. This is Urban Decay Naked. I've used a lot of it at this point. And then I just do a little bit on the bottom and fill in my lips. And then over top right here, the Cupid's bow. And what I usually do is I don't do that Cupid's bow, but I do a straight line across from it. I feel like it makes my lips look bigger. I might be wrong. And fill them in a bit. Just like that. And then, I know I said I hate lipsticks, but this is one of my favorite things right now. This is Giorgio Armani. I know this is a lipstick, right? A Lip Maestro 501. It's like one of their most popular colors. But I don't like go in and fill in my lips. I grab just a little tiny bit of it on the bottom and on the top, just a little bit, and then I use my finger to buff it out. I feel like it matches my lips perfectly. And yeah, see? Much better. And last thing, to make this whole thing last all day, go back in with your trusted all-nighter, but what you want to do is spray it all over your face excessively, and then dry it right away, either with a fan, like a hand fan. If you have a hair dryer, just dry it on your face. I usually just spray it and stand in front of a what's it called, air conditioner. Right, yeah, you heard that right. I stand in front of air conditioner when I spray this stuff. Once it like dries out, it sort of creates like this layer over top of your skin, and that's just gonna last all day long. But if you let it air dry, I noticed that it doesn't do the same thing. So we're gonna spray and we're gonna go stand in front of an air conditioner. Spray a lot. You don't wanna be like dripping, but you wanna be completely covered in this. Be right back. Going to an air conditioner. Hello, it's dried down. It's a little bit still wet over my forehead, but that's okay. My forehead is definitely not going anywhere. Last step of this whole thing is mascara. This is Sky High. Everybody raved about it. I love it so much actually too. It's a bit dry at this point. I need to get a new one. Actually, if you can't hear that sound, it's dry. Get a new one. Let's go. And we're done. So now between the 2 sessions of all-nighter and setting powder, and what else that we use? Setting powder, all-nighter twice, grip primer, this face is not gonna go anywhere. I usually do this face when I go to like the city for the whole day, like New York, to hang out with people. If I have some sort of event to go to and I have to be wearing makeup all day long, like wedding, birthday parties, some sort of club. Not that I go to clubs. I haven't been in a club in like years. So yeah, that's how we're looking. I did not do highlighter, as you noticed, because this face is only oily by itself. I don't need more oil on here. And yeah, let me give you a final look.